Hey everybody, this is Captain Slow here, and today I'm feeling a little creative, so I want to do some work tonight and figure out how I can improve my lovely little headlamp here. It runs on 3 AA batteries, and that's all well and good, except that this thing runs out of juice really quick when you're using it. Specifically in drains, and running out of batteries for your light in a drain is a really bad thing. And as you can see, it's decently bright, but it doesn't really throw very far. So I'm going to do some experiments here, and I want to see if after opening up the light here and getting rid of these awful AAAs, I want to know if I can rewire this to run on one of these, 9 volt. So, okay, so let's get started here. I have my light and my little knife from work. So I'm going to open up the back here and expose the inner workings here. Now, if I can catch the light just right, you can see that this is really a pretty standard and easy little system here. We just have, you know, negative, 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 positive, 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 and they're all wired in series. Now, these AA batteries that I have here, let me get it in focus, these are, as you can see, 1.5 volts. So that means that the system here, when they're wired in series, because the voltage of a system using batteries is, I guess you'd say, additive, and no, not additive, it's cumulative, we'll go with that. It equals the total voltage of the entire system. So this 3 1.5 volts equals 4.5 volts. So I know that if I use one of these lovely Power Pack Safeway 9 volt batteries, that I will be effectively putting twice the voltage into the system. So hopefully, theoretically, it will make the light twice as bright. I'm not convinced that it actually will, because I'm sure there will be some substantial loss just with higher resistance at a higher power level, but I'm going to give it a shot and see what I can do. Okay, so what I've done here is I've removed the actual headlamp unit from the body of it, and as you can see, it's a lot smaller than it should be. And what I've done is I have sort of just kind of jammed in the wires going to the positive and the negative. Now there are, as you can see, 2 AAA batteries still in there, but they are only actually there to hold the wires together, because as of right now, because this middle battery is not in here, these 2 batteries are not connected to the system, so they're not providing any voltage whatsoever. So I'm going to switch my camera to manual focus here so I can use it. There we go, thank you. Now, as you can see, let's see if I can get this to focus. Yeah, so that's about as close as I can get. You can see that they're just kind of stuck in there. So, that's what the front of it looks like. Nice and pretty. What I'm going to do now is point it away from the camera and refocus. Refocus. Okay, so I have my wonderful 9 volt there, and now in theory, whenever I hook these up, it should light up and be nice and bright, much brighter than before. Oh shoot, I gotta turn it on. Okay, oh boy, alright, so that's working quite well actually. It is much brighter than before. That's really bright. Really bright. Yeah, cool. Okay, so what I've done now is I have this old power supply for a printer that I don't need, so I split it open here, and inside I scooped out all the guts. So don't touch this, don't touch that, don't touch any of this, don't touch these. In fact, don't use these. I cut off its original power cord, so I have that. And then here I found an old 9-volt connector in this ancient alarm clock that I had sitting in my closet. That's one of those old school 80s ones that had the 9-volt battery backup, which is really a retarded idea, and I don't think anybody ever used it for anything besides a free 9-volt connector when they were doing projects like this. Here I used some old Nerf darts that I had sitting around, and I just cut them to fit so that they cradle the battery, and I super glued them in. So now I can set this battery in here and get the cord back in place here. Fantastic. And in the top I have more Nerf darts to cradle it that are super glued in. They're not going anywhere. And then close it up, snap it shut, and except for this hole in the back that I'm going to cover with probably just some duct tape, I have a nice insulating, impact resistant, exploring resistant, waterproof battery case for the headlamp. So my plan is that I'm going to wire this end up to the board from the LED headlamp, and then I'll wire this so that it comes out the side of the headlamp or something, so that I can then just stick this in my back pocket and let the cord run up my back and have a much brighter headlamp that'll last quite a bit longer. Okay, so here we are. It's all done. I have the battery pack here. Haven't quite solved that problem, but I'll get there. That hole, I don't even know if I'm going to. I put a strip of duct tape around it to hold it shut better, and it goes into the let's see if I can fix this. Come on, baby. Goes into the lamp right about there, and works like a charm. Works beautifully. Yeah, I'm happy. Get those beer cans out of the way. Okay, once again, battery pack and headlamp. So I'm going to stick the battery pack in my back pocket, and the headlamp goes on. It's on upside down, isn't it? So take two. There we go. That feels more like headlamp by now. Okay, cord behind the ear. Boom. Bada boom, bada bing. So let's get rid of some lights here. Let me get this light. And as you can see, man, this sucker is bright. Very nice. That's about it. Have a good night and whatever.